Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Beygstation's New Year's Resolution Monthly Review 2026. Today, we're going to be going over my March. And this video it's late. It's just being delayed by a few things. I was going to do it yesterday, which would have been late, but I was just so exhausted from playing badminton that we didn't get to do it. Usually for these slides, I draw a little image to show how the month has been. I've drawn a little turtle today because I think it's been a long month. It's been a slow month, and this video is also late. So I think the turtle brings it all together. That's what I'm looking for. So it is a new year. It's a new me. Here are the goals I set myself: to cook and bake more, to do a sport, to buy some drip, to develop a proper skincare routine, get a proper sleep schedule, learn to code, use the phone less, create a backlog and go through it, be more creative, and learn how to edit videos. Cooking and baking, there's no animations on the slide, I don't know why. I learned how to make an omelette in two different ways. One of them was from the internet, and then my mum showed me how she makes hers. I think I prefer the way my mum does them. Uh, Last weekend, I was in Northumbria with a bunch of friends, and we made a roast, and I peeled 2 potatoes, cut some carrots, and then shredded a lot of cheese. It's not really cooking, but it's preparing. It was very important in the cooking process. Obviously, the cauliflower cheese. And I'm not really. My body doesn't suit eating cauliflower, but I did have a little try because I spent all that time making the cheese and it was very nice. But my goals for this month was to make a chicken dish, some bread, and the poached egg. I didn't do any of them. However, I do have the ingredients for the chicken, so I will be making them this weekend. So hopefully next weekend maybe the bread, and I can just make the egg whenever. I'll probably make the egg tomorrow or something, maybe even today. It's not even lunch yet. We'll see. Sport. As I said before, I was at badminton yesterday. I love badminton. I think it's like what's the word I want to use? It's not really a physical sport, but it's a sport where I'm physically moving around a lot that I enjoy. It's the physical sport that is made for me, I think. I might like, pool better, but that's not really a physical sport. I'm not really, breaking a sweat over pool. I'm not moving around a lot over pool. But badminton is that sport for me. That being said, I do get very sweaty playing badminton, and I'm out of breath a lot. So I think I need to build up my cardio. I'm probably gonna. The weather's nice as well, so I'm probably gonna start doing runs again. Slowly getting back into that. I think just building up specific badminton skills. I said this month I was gonna do some badminton, like workout specific things. I didn't do that. However, there has been someone yesterday who was teaching me how to do a couple of things in badminton, or just practice how to get better at them. And so I think I'm just gonna try and do a lot of that stuff at home, and just to possibly work on more stuff at home, basically, and maybe in the gym as well. I think I need to work out my wrists a lot more as well, so I can get the nice flicks and smash it down the court. Another thing, I play in my running shoes, and I looked this up recently. It's not doing me any good for my feet. 'Cause every time I play badminton, like there's always my feet always hurt, and there's always some skin coming off like my big toe. And the reason is running shoes are made for you to go forward. They're very good at making you move forward. However, they're not great when you're going side to side like this, which is what you're doing a lot in badminton because you kind of mostly need to always be facing the front, and so you can't really like turn to run. You just gotta like sidestep over. But obviously that's not good for running shoes, so I'm probably gonna need some actual shoes and socks as well. Now I don't have any like specific sportswear socks. However, yesterday I doubled up on a pair of socks, and my feet are actually doing like a lot better than they usually do. So yeah, doubling up on socks is probably my go-to at the moment. I also probably need a new racket. That was another comment made by someone yesterday. I think the racket I use, I got maybe 4 or 5 years ago from Sports Direct. It's probably, I was told it was hampering me, so maybe I need to break out the break out the money in the bank and buy a nice racket. But who knows? That'll do me for now. But if I wanna level up, I'm going to get a new racket. Clothing. I did not buy any clothes this month. I am just kind of waiting on stuff I've already paid for to arrive. I've got like a jumper and the fleece, not a jumper, a hoodie and a fleece that I showed in the last monthly review. I've not see the issue I've been having is I still want to buy the full outfit. I just don't know what to do. I kind of have the main piece, which is like the top. I kind of have the top half gotten. I've got it. It's more I don't know what pants to buy. I don't know what shoes to buy, and I don't know like what little accessories I want to buy. I don't know if I need like a necklace, or maybe I need like a beanie. Do I need a watch? I don't really know. I think the shoes are probably going to be the main thing I'm spending money on, and well, the economy is not doing great right now. I'm spending a lot of money on petrol. I'm taking shorter but longer routes to work. Like I'm driving less miles, but it's taking me longer to get there, just so I can kind of avoid paying petrol as much. It's also because my car is leased, and you're only supposed to drive, I think it's 10,000 miles a year. And I just recently drove to Northumbria and back, and that was I was 400 miles in one weekend. So I kind of need to drive less. Because if I go over that, I'm just going to get charged more money. So I'm really, usually, I penny pinch a lot. I'm going to be penny pinching a bit more. But I may splurge out this month trying to buy some shoes. But we'll see. Skincare routine. Still moisturizing, which is good. I do have a cleanser now that I put on in the shower, but I'm not really seeing any difference. Maybe my skin is improving and I just don't realize it, but I'm not really seeing any difference. Maybe it's enhancing my moisturizer, but I don't know. Oh, when I went to Northumbria on Saturday, it was very sunny. It's kind of made me realize we're in spring now, but I kind of might need to get a moisturizer with sunscreen built in because it's probably going to stay sunny and it's definitely going to be sunny in summer. So investing in moisturizer with a built-in sunscreen could be the play. Sleep schedule. I think it's been getting worse compared to the previous month. However, I'm on the phone less of a night. The issue now is that I'm reading a lot more. And I just don't want to put the book down. So when I read, I'm reading like 50 pages a night. And then, because I've already put my phone away, I don't know what time it is I go to sleep, but I know it's later than I want it to be. And then when I'm in bed trying to get to sleep, I'm just thinking about like, oh, that thing that happened in the book was so cool. I liked how this happened. I liked how this happened. I wonder what's going to happen next. It's just, the book is keeping me up. But it's good because reading is good, and also I need to get through my book backlog, which is only 2 books at the moment. But once I finish this, I can then move on to another book, which will be good because I like reading now. Coding, I've still not done any coding. I think this is probably my worst resolution I made for myself, as in the one I've done the least work in, I think. So it could just be an option where I swap this one out, maybe bring it back later when I feel like I want to make an app. I could change it up. Yeah, as I've said here, it's the lowest priority resolution for me at the moment. I did get courses paid for by my place of work to relearn or to do Python because my job role is a data analyst, and supposedly Python's very good for doing, well, for analyzing data. So it could just be I just go through the course, relearn Python. I think there's other like data analysis software as well. And I just try and make something in Python. I was thinking of making my original app idea in Python, and then just to see how it would work, and then trying to do that in Swift, and then sticking it on the App Store. But I'm still debating doing that. Using the phone less. I think in the last week of March, I was up to like 6 hours for the weekly average. However, my most used app that week was Spotify because, well, I done 2 3.5 hour trips just listening to albums on Spotify. So that has definitely brought up the average by a lot. I was probably on my phone like a bit during the weekend, but possibly less than what I would usually use. So the data says no, but listening to music on Spotify is not really using. I'm using the phone, but I'm not looking at it, which is kind of what I was going for because I need to not look at screens as much. I get a lot of eye strain. I go to work, I look at screens. I go home, I'm looking at screens. But I'm taking breaks, I'm on the phone looking at screens. So looking at screens less was the goal of this. And I think I've done that. But it was also because I was driving. And I couldn't really look at the screens when I was driving. So this one it's debatable, but I think I did alright. Backlog, I received some feedback that this section was a bit too long and it's a bit too uninteresting. So instead of just going into the Excel spreadsheet, I've just taken a picture. I'll put it into some slides, and I'll just go over some of the highlights. So for the games, I still have not beaten any of the games I said I wanted to. I've not added any more games. Sifu was the only one I've really played. I'm on the last boss of Sifu. I've only tried him like maybe 3 4 times. He's difficult, but I've not yet beat him yet. But he does seem to be an interesting guy. Other games I played this month was Arc Raiders, but I don't really think it's a backlog game because it kind of like goes on forever. Which I've been told that Dead Cells was a roguelike. I didn't realize it was. So, and technically that's a game that goes on forever, so I might need to take that off or wait for someone else. But I think I've decided once I beat Sifu, which I don't know when, I don't know if I can beat this boss or not. I think I do want to play Spiritfarer next. Music is the one that everyone cares about. My camera's blocking the first couple of ones, but if you just go back to the previous ones, you'll see them. You'll see my scores. This month I listened to everything from The Velvet Rope, Janet Jackson, down. I listened to a lot of stuff this month. I listened to even more stuff that I've just not added on yet because I don't have like a proper ranking for them. Those albums were the ones I was listening to coming back from Northumbria. I'm not properly ranked yet. I may need to readjust some of the ratings, like go back into some of these previous ones and change them. Because as I do this, it's more like, say for example, uh, The Last Remaining Light by Far Caspian. I get a 7.6. In my head, that is me saying I would rather listen to The Mollusk by Ween than The Last Remaining Light. That's how I've ranked it. And obviously, opinions change over time, so I may need to go back and bump some up or lower some down. My favorite album I listened to this month is I give it a 9. Racing Mount Pleasant by Racing Mount Pleasant. Very good album. I don't know how to describe it. It's just good. And my least favorite for this month, I wouldn't say it's the worst. Just my least favorite. I think it was In Rainbows by Radiohead. I just wasn't a fan. I think there was 2 songs I liked. It was Weird Fishes and another one. And I just kept thinking to myself, if for like all the other songs, if they just played Weird Fishes again, if Weird Fishes was on this album like 7 times, it would be so much better. Maybe I need to re-listen to it to gauge my proper opinion, but that's how I felt. Now, I understand that not many people are going to be listening to these new albums I recommend, so I'm just going to pick the best song from each album, and that way you can just listen to it, and if you like that song, maybe you like the rest of the album. So, here are my best songs from the albums I've listened to this month. From The Velvet Rope, the song Velvet Rope. I mean, usually title tracks from albums are like the ones that blow up and the biggest. I think this one was for this album. It's just the best as well. Not much more to say. From Last Remaining Light, Commuter Repeating is the first song on the album and it's the best. It's also listening to this song. I listened to the newest album first before I listened to this. So like the new album was it's kind of based on this song. The song sounds like it's from the new album, which is why I probably really liked it. From Standing Nevermore by Curtains, Revolver. This album is like 15 minutes. And it's kind of like a mix of a lot of genres, but I think Revolver is kind of the best. Uh, from Racing Mount Pleasant, by Racing Mount Pleasant, the best song is the title song, Racing Mount Pleasant. It's 5 minutes, it's great, I think the word I would use to describe it is hopeful. I feel like, yeah, like we can do it. You know, happy, hopeful, those kind of vibes. The Romantic by Bruno Mars, I said On My Soul. I think it's the one he has the most passion in. Uh, I'd not listened to Pimp a Butterfly fully until this month. It's alright. As in the song Alright is the best song. I know it's the most popular one, but it's the best. And from Damn as well. I enjoyed Damn more than I enjoyed To Pimp a Butterfly. But I think DNA is the best song. It's between DNA and Duckworth for me. Where are we up to now? Franz Ferdinand by Franz Ferdinand. It's Take Me Out. You all know Take Me Out. There's a reason this song blew up then compared to all the others. It's Take Me Out. Illmatic, Nas. It's MY State of Mind. It's the most popular song on the album by far. It's just so good. A very good rap song. I just don't know how else to explain it. As I said before, in Rainbow Radiohead, it's Weird Fishes. I think it just predicted. I don't know if I've probably just misspelt that to Weird Fished, but it's Weird Fishes. Best song on the album by far. I hadn't listened to Graduation by Kanye West all the way through before, but the best song is it's Flashing Lights, I think. It's Flashing Lights or Homecoming, in my opinion. But I think Flashing Lights is slightly better. I hadn't listened to Ballads 1 by Joji before as well. I think Wanted You is better than Slow Dancing in the Dark. And then Fragile by Yes, it's Roundabout. We all know Roundabout. There's a reason this song popped up. Because it's the best song on the album. There's a lot of like very short interlude songs on the album. But the album's pretty good. I'd recommend it if you enjoyed Roundabout. Books and TV, I've grouped these together because I've not really added anything to them or watched any of them. I can't remember if I finished A Night of the Seven Kingdoms this month or the previous month, but I gave it a 9.1. It's just a really good show. You feel, what's the word? You really get behind Duncan or Sir Dunk. You really root for him. You really want him to win. His his friendship with Egg is really good. They got a really good dynamic. There's not really like any bad cast members in this. It's just all really good. For the books, I'm still reading my book I'm on right now, so these will come hopefully this month once I finish this book. Movies, I think I watched The Big Lebowski and One Battle After Another this month. I watched One Battle After Another the day of the Oscars because I was like, I kind of wanted to watch all the Oscar nomination films this month. Oh, sorry, before the Oscars came out, so I could kind of like see like, oh, I agree with that because I've seen all the films, and based on my opinion, yeah, I think this was the best. The only two I'd watched, no, I think I've seen F1, which I think was nominated, and I saw Marty Supreme, and then just before the Oscars, I watched One Battle After Another, and it was good, but I think Marty Supreme was just a lot better. I was very surprised it didn't. I think it got like it got a lot of nominations. I think maybe like 7 nominations, and it didn't win any of them. It's crazy. I think it was a better film, and The Big Lebowski was good as well. I think only really thing I didn't like about it was the ending, but it fits in with the movie. The ending is just kind of like nothing really happened, nothing really changed. It's just like, oh, life goes on, but it kind of suits the main character of the film. So I guess it was alright, even though I didn't particularly enjoy the ending. The rest of the film is really good. For the recipes, I've not added anything, even though I know what chicken recipe I'm gonna be doing. I've just not added it yet. I will add it once I make it, but which kind of defeats the purpose of a backlog. You're supposed to fill out the backlog first and then go and do it, but oh well. Being creative, I'm not a very creative person. I tried writing like a personal piece, and I think like my introduction to what I want to like the build up to the main bit I wanted to write was, I think it's just it's too I think it's necessary to what I want to write, but it's too long. And I think I kind of burnt myself out writing this build up to the main piece. That I don't really know how I want to write this main piece. I do have some time off in April. It's a Friday, a bank holiday. I'm not in work. I got this weekend off. I'm off on Monday, so on the bank holiday. I have next Friday off, and the Monday after that. Another Monday, I'm, going to the dentist, but that's only like, what, 2 hours of the day? I think if I'm going to try and be creative, I think I'll try and write a poem. All poems must rhyme, everyone knows this, so my poem must rhyme. I still didn't make a short this video, this month, not this video. I I think my big issue is I just don't know what to make a short on. I need to make something that I enjoy, but in the back of my head, it's also something there's a voice being like, you have to make a short on something that'll blow up, that'll be a good topic for people to watch. It needs to, hit the algorithms, it needs to blow up. But I think I just need to make something. I need to make something for me. A lot of these videos are for me. So I need to just remember that. If people come for me, they will stay for me. They will subscribe for me. I don't need to always hop on trends. I need to be making these videos for me. That's what I need to get through my head. Here's the thing. I have some ideas on some stuff I want to make. However, I think from the ideas I want to make, it's too different to the content that's already on this channel. But this channel has funny moments from like Repo, taken from like a live stream. It's like Destiny 2 clips. There's some Halo Infinite clips in there as well. Most of my content is Slater's buy runs. I do monthly reviews of myself every month, and there's also just a bunch of FPL videos. So, I mean, this channel is already just a big mixture of content, which is probably hampering my growth, in all honesty. Because someone could follow for the FPL videos, but then, they get Slay the Spy videos, they get these monthly reviews, and they're like, oh, this is not what I wanted. I'm gonna unsubscribe. Which is fine, because I need to remember I'm doing this for me. I need to focus a bit less on the numbers, I think. And I need to do. Don't think, do. So, we're gonna go over. These were all the goals I set for this month. We're gonna see a lot of X's, I'm telling you that now. Because I did not break bread, a chicken dish, or a poached egg. I did not do any badminton specific training or workouts. I did not buy a complete outfit. I did start using a cleanser this month. That's a green tick. I think I probably stayed up more past what time I wanted to go to bed at because of reading. I've not touched making the app. I'm not going to do 4.5 hours on the weekly. I have added a lot of music to the backlogs, that counts. Not done the poem or short story. And I've not made a short. So, not, looking at this, not very good. So out of 12, I done 2. It's not great. And the backlog is like probably the easiest one to do because I'm just doing that throughout the month. It's just really easy to listen to albums. So this one was kind of like the only one I really achieved this month by getting a cleanser. Yeah. My goals for April are pretty much similar. I'm gonna bake the chicken dish, guaranteed. Hopefully some bread and a poached egg as well. I am gonna really start doing the badminton stuff because I'm liking it a lot. I've been taught how to do some things at home that help me get better, so I am gonna be doing them. I still want to purchase a complete outfit. Maybe unlikely this month due to the money situation, but we'll see. I need to add more to the skincare routine to see more of a difference. I should have put more than just a moisturizer and a cleanser, but you kind of get what I mean. Going to bed on time for more than half the month. I failed this month, so let's keep that back on track. For the coding one, I think I just want to go through this programming course for Python to see where it takes me, see what I can do. I bumped this up from 4.5 hours to 5, mainly because I'm just on Spotify for at least 1.5 hours every day. So I kind of need to bump this up a little bit and just try and get below 5 hours. That's the goal. Keep on to the backlog, that's easy. I need to write a poem that rhymes, because all poems rhyme, everyone knows that. And it's either make a short or a video. I need to make something on a topic I care about. I want to do it well. So, there is that. Overall, I think it's been a very long month. I went to Northumbria last week. I very much enjoyed it. We went to Holy Island. We saw the lime kilns, I think they're called. And I also went to what I was told was the largest second-hand bookstore in the country. I didn't get any of the books because I just kind of had those. I had like 3 books I wanted to find and get, but they didn't have them there, so I didn't get anything. I think a lot of it was just because I was spoiled for choice and I didn't want to get. Also, I kind of wanted, because you have all individual sections of different stuff. There was an economics section. I thought, oh, I'll look in there. I might get something I liked. But a lot of the economic books were just kind of like how to make a business, how to make money, stuff like that, which I think is not really what I want from an economic book. I want it more like macro level, stuff about the world, basically world trade, all that kind of stuff. So I don't really get any books. But I still enjoyed Northumbria. It was still really cool to walk around a big library, basically. Really nice. Work has been a bit more intense recently because one of the people at our work, he walked out, and so I and the rest of our department have had to basically do a lot of the things that he did. And then we had someone that was on holiday this week, so we had to do a lot of the work, and it's just a lot of work. And it's getting to me mentally. But I think this week is going to be nice and easy because I'm only in for 3 days, and everyone who should be in will be in. So it should be getting easier. That's what I'm trying to say. And as always, words of advice. Let's get it. Before we close out, I do just want to, because I did go to Northumbria. I've just a couple photos of the things that really represented the trip. I don't know why it says that's not my name. It was just PowerPoint made these. Went across some sand dunes. They were really nice. Ran up them, rolled down them. Great fun. Here's a picture of me in my natural element. Here's a big obelisk on Holy Island. This is a good friend of the channel, Charlie Bennett. And we'll just leave with this one. It's a nice image of all of us, bar one. Just all of us having a nice roast. There is the cauliflower cheese I grated a lot of the cheese for. So, thank you for watching, sticking around. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe. I don't care what the numbers anymore. I'm doing this for me. But if you did enjoy the video, maybe say something nice. Maybe say something mean. Do whatever you want. I will see you in the next monthly review. But until then, take care and goodbye.